And what a tournament it has been so far. We are down to the final two. Tanzania against Morocco in the inaugural CAF Women's Futsal AFCON final. Both of these teams have already secured one big goal, and that is World Cup qualification for later in the year. That particular piece of history can be left to one side for today, because it is all about the continental crown. One of them will be going home with the title. It's either Tanzania or it's Morocco. The home crowd in Rabat, they know which one they want. There will be a pocket of supporters cheering for Tanzania as well. But Curtis Reed and his team know that they are up against it. It will be a vociferous support for Morocco, but Tanzania will be doing their best. And they were in quite the party mood when they arrived earlier on today as well to the Prince Moulay Abdallah Sports Hall. They come in as the outsiders, but they were certainly looking relaxed and ready for the challenge ahead. They've done so well to get this far. They've learnt a lot along the way, and they've enjoyed themselves along the way too. And that's not about to stop now for final time. Here's the calm before the storm in the Morocco changing room. We saw the jersey there of the number 10, Patricia Corrich. She actually drops from the starting five today. She'll be on the bench for the final. In her stead comes Doha El Madani. How does it feel to be the home nation arriving for this final? The hopes of Morocco resting on their shoulders. There will be an extra boost behind them, no doubt. But it's also an extra little bit of pressure as well. The expectation to perform. They come in as the favourites. They've brushed aside everybody that they've met so far, Morocco. They've not all been easy games. But when all is said and done, in the latter stages of the second half, they've been able to pull away. And the same was true even in a very competitive semi-final against Angola. The group stages, barely broke a sweat with wins of 8-1 and 7-1 against Namibia and Cameroon. It does say something. Wins of that margin for Morocco. Confidence is high, and why shouldn't it be? Doha El Madani, the number 2, in a great position to win the award for the top scorer as well. If she can find the net in the final, Doha El Madani could be going home with the golden boot as well as the Continental Trophy. Such an important player, the 2024 African Women's Young Player of the Year. I would say she shone in the semi-final, but so did so many in Morocco colours. Angola gave them a really good test, but they powered through in the second half. They pulled away. Jasmine Demraoui's goal in particular catching the eye. Beautiful half volley that sailed into the top corner. There was nothing at all that the Angola keeper Nininia could do about it. And in the end, that helped Morocco to pull away to a victory that looked comfortable on the scoreboard. In reality, it was in the balance for a long time, and that was the same for Tanzania in their semi-final. Curtis Reed's team came through a really competitive game, winning by 3-2 against Cameroon in a match that was goalless for a long, long time. It takes a little bit longer in the games between two teams evenly matched in quality. It takes longer for the spaces to open up, for the opponents to just lose maybe half a yard of pace or start making decisions that aren't quite optimal. And the opportunities come along. Both teams will be hoping to make a quicker start today, though, in the final than they did in their semi-finals. The teams are just about ready to come out into the sports hall. It's Morocco and Tanzania who lead out for this first ever CAF Women's Futsal AFCON final game. Smiles, but concentration and focus as well. Curtis Reed has inspired his team. He's asked them to go out and enjoy it today. And that's what they're going to try and do. They'll try and put the pressure back onto the home team, Morocco, with the expectant home fans in Rabat. We'll go through the team lineups before the national anthems are played at the Prince Moulay Abdallah Sports Hall. This is the moment where the dreams have to become reality. The players are out there in the sports hall. They can feel the occasion. The captain of Tanzania, Violet Nicolaus, the key player, of course, with the captain's armband. She scored twice. She's led her team with some solid performances. Can she inspire Tanzania today? Felicia Minja there with the number 6 jersey. She scored 3 times. A really powerful strike she's got on her, Minja. Manunka as well, another one who can score whenever the opportunity is given. If Manunka gets a look at goal, she's not afraid to have a go, the 19-year-old. Curtis Darrell Reed, the Jamaican coach, with great futsal history in the UK. Really experienced leader of this Tanzania team. And now the Morocco team, Kautar Bentaleb. What a player she's been in goal for Morocco. She wasn't called upon much in the semi-final, but whenever she was asked to produce a big save, Bentaleb came up with it. And that was vital in a tight semi-final. Demraoui with the number 5 stepping forwards. So hard to pick out stars in this Morocco team. Everybody, virtually everyone in the team, has been performing to a really, really good level. We've not seen much of Lazare, the number 13 in Morocco's run so far, but Amal El Aoufi with number 14. She's played a big role. Adil Sayer, the coach, hoping that he's just a couple of hours away from continental glory with Morocco.
Referee number 1, الحكم رقم 1 علي محمد from Libya. Referee number 2, الحكم رقم 2 José Francisco from Angola. Referee number 3, الحكم رقم 3 الحاجي جيمي from Senegal. Referee number 4, الحكم رقم 4 Maria Clinda from Côte d'Ivoire. Timekeeper ميقات هذا اللقاء أحمد جمال عبد المنعم from Egypt.
Well, the whole officials team, very, very important for this final. They'll be hoping it goes exactly according to plan. The teams remain disciplined throughout so that they don't have too much to do except stop the clock when the ball goes out. And now it's time for the 2 national anthems before the final gets underway.
And now the national anthem of Morocco. اللحظة مع النشيد الوطني المغربي.
It has all come down to this for both Morocco and Tanzania. One of them stands on the brink of CAF Women's Futsal AFCON glory. The inaugural tournament. Who will be the first winner and etch their name in the history books? We will find out soon. Do not go anywhere. The action is right here at the Prince Moulay Abdallah Sports Complex in Rabat, Morocco. That is right, in Morocco. The home crowd cheering on their team. Can Tanzania cause the upset? Let's have a look at their starting five. Coach Curtis Reed makes one change. Jamila Rajabu with the number 3 jersey comes in, starting with that captain's armband. Violette has worn the captain's armband in previous games. Jamila Rajabu getting her first start at this time, but that leaves Tanzania with some stronger options on the bench, not least Stumai with the number 8. She's the one dropping to the bench, Stumai. Chenge yet to even turn 14. And Tanzania definitely have some goals in them on the bench. Watch out for Aisha Manunka. Number 1 referee today is from Libya, Sali Mohammed Adim Alayat. It is indeed Violette Nicolaus with the number 4, who's got the captain's armband on. The graphic showed the captain's armband next to Jamila Rajabu. I thought that would have been quite some change from Curtis Reed, as expected. It's the leader of this team, Violette Nicolaus, with the armband. And here's a look at the Morocco starting 5. One change as well for Adil Sayer, the Morocco coach. Into the lineup comes Doha El Madani. She's had such an impact from the bench in this tournament. Of course, that is always possible in futsal. Players coming on and off the bench at regular intervals, but Doha El Madani gets a chance to be in the starting 5, to have an impact right from the off. Zineb Erudani of AS FAR with the number 3. She came on, scored a really powerful goal earlier on in the tournament to help Morocco on their way here. They have come through some difficult patches at times, but they have talent throughout the starting 5 and the 9 across the bench. They've got a really well-balanced team. That's a look at how Tanzania got through. The results, on paper at least, rather more comfortable for Morocco. Tanzania were involved in a thriller in game 1. The teams were still feeling each other out at that. Just getting used to competition at this level. The best on the this, of course, being the first women's futsal AFCON. They drew 4-4 against Madagascar in a topsy-turvy game, but it is Morocco, the host nation, who are about to get us underway here. When referee Ali Mohammed Adim Alayat blows his whistle, the final will be underway. Watch out for the passing from Morocco. Of course, positional play, discipline, concentration. In a small court game like futsal, Morocco really have the ability to unlock some doors with their passing. In the semi-final, Angola seemed to find a good recipe to really hold Morocco at arm's length. They allowed the passing to get near to the edge of the area, but no further. They couldn't combine all the way into the box as they had done in the group stages. El Madani knocks it back. Did that one cross the line and go out of play? The officials say no, and Tanzania... Hajri drops it off to the left. Sumia Hadi she'll bring it across. Up and over the halfway line she goes. Timrawi. Doha El Madani just crowded out. El Madani was the woman of the match in the semi-final for Morocco. That's why Adil Sayed has seen fit to put her straight back into the starting five. She scored twice in that semi-final. Did see Angola using the flying goalie at the end of the semi-final as well. If the scores are close, whoever's losing will surely resort to that tactic in the latter stages of the second half too. You can switch an outfield player for your goalie and play with an empty net and the flying goalie. It gives you an extra player on the court. And of course you leave the risk of the empty net at the back. Those who are maybe new to futsal but familiar with ice hockey will know about that. Morocco up to the right-hand side. El Madani still in the first shift. Now they try and thread through one of those trademark long passes towards the corner. That time it's blocked, but out of play it goes for a kick-in for Morocco. 2 minutes elapsed. Again, they'll try and thread it through. The deflection this time carries it towards Abbas, the Tanzania goalkeeper. Starting five for Tanzania: Abbas, Katunzi, Rajabu, Violet, and Issa. Morocco starting with Bentaleb, El Madani, Hadi Demraoui, and Hajri. And it's Hajri now who drops it back into the centre circle. And it's deflected out of play in front of Curtis Reed's technical area. The Tanzania boss, in his interview earlier, seemed to really be feeling the size of the challenge up against Tanzania today. He said they've already secured their goal of World Cup qualification. Now Morocco go direct. The first stinging shot of the game comes in. Off comes Doha El Madani. First change from the bench. The substitutes, of which there are 9, they get their chance. Alicia Corrich, who has come on. She was the one who dropped out of the starting five. She scored once in the tournament. Tanzania yet to launch a meaningful attack 2.5 minutes into the final. Fatuma Issa Suleimani sent the pass down the right-hand side, but it was marshalled out of play by Morocco. They do have a swagger about them on the ball, Morocco. Everybody in the team, all the players on the bench too, look equally comfortable at this kind of stage. We're yet to see if that replicates itself again in the final. A slightly bigger occasion, of course, more pressure on their shoulders today. But I can't imagine it's any different the way Adil Sayed has this team set up. Violet Nikolaus stops it on the line. Whistles and G. One of the few players at this tournament to play her club futsal outside of her home nation. She's based with Besançon Academy in France. 21-year-old Demraoui, another one who's got a chance of ending with the golden boot. She's got 3 goals in the tournament so far. In the group stages, Demraoui was very effective at the end of the passing triangles, the quick interplay with the Morocco players. So fast at knocking the ball back and forth as they advance down the court. And Demraoui was often there to tap it away, and that one is struck home directly. Virtual silence in the arena because Morocco fall behind. And it was a bullet from the boot of Katunzi Jr. Her 3rd goal of the competition. And Tanzania from nowhere are ahead. Morocco complaining, but they were caught cold. Nothing that Kautar Bentaleb could do. It was right in at the near post. Clinical and efficient. And Curtis Reed with a cold nod of the head as well. He's saying, yes, that's my team. That's the team I recognise. Katunzi Jr., part of the trio in the starting 5 for Tanzania, who play for the JKT Queens. It's touched out of play. So Elizabeth Chengi. Now the chance for the immediate response. Abbas, the goalkeeper, volleys it back out of play, but it was surely already over the line for a Morocco corner. So Morocco have been caught cold once themselves. Can they now catch out? It was blocked towards the front post. It was Manunka, I think, who made the block. Tadlaoui with the appeal. She'll have to take this again. Morocco corner. Too high. Out it goes on the other side. Amal El Aoufi was in the middle, but she couldn't get up that high. There are goals throughout this Morocco team. El Aoufi, last name on the team sheet technically, with the number 14. She scored twice. Morocco need to avoid becoming rattled here, though. This is not the way they imagined this starting. Angola, their opponents in the semi-final, were really well organised. They put up a very much spirited fight in that semi-final. They never went ahead. And that is a crucial difference now, with Tanzania in front. Still, an awfully long way to go, of course. Tanzania won't be thinking about winning it yet. They have got themselves an advantage. And if they can build on it, well, who knows? Morocco left with some frustrations about the way the kick-in was taken by Katunzi. The window of opportunity opened up, and Anastasia Katunzi Jr., well, boy, did she take it. Tanzania lead. Morocco keep that in play. The whistle will eventually go for a kick-in. Zaid Al-Kilani just chatting with her teammates, looking for options. She's not able to restart at the moment anyway, but again, the expressions are a little bit pained for Morocco. They do not want to stay behind for long. It's an uncomfortable position to be in a home final. We heard the silence descend upon the arena when Tanzania hit the back of the net. A mixture of displeasure and disbelief for the home fans. Manunka. It's 4 seconds to get it restarted in the official futsal rules. Well won back, and it's a good pass into the box. That was the Stumai Abdallah getting into a great position. Well, this is how it can be in futsal. You don't always need to dominate on the ball. Morocco were expected to do that. If Tanzania can pinch it in good positions, just like this one, then the opportunities can be created if they keep their heads at the key moments. That one drifts out of play. It's given back cheaply. And Morocco use it quickly to get in behind. Nayati Abbas with her first big stop of the game. Good save with the left knee. Just over 5 minutes gone, and it's the first time that Morocco have really forced Abbas to stretch herself. And that one's deflected across the face of goal, not far away. Delicia Minja with the last touch. It'll be a Morocco corner. Out it goes down the other end of the court. Changes being made by Adel Sayer. Jasmine Demigawi is back on. Back to the starting five, and the space in behind if the long ball is on target for Sumia Hadi. It's a little overhit. Look at the forward pressure from Morocco now. Of course, it's a very valid tactic to push forward and try and win the ball back. But they've got to be careful that they don't lose their own shape, Morocco, otherwise Tanzania will be able to hurt them. They're so keen to get back level on the scoreboard, Morocco, but they've got to make sure they don't leave spaces in behind and allow Tanzania a cheap second. They looked so calm and composed against Angola. It's a good long ball forward. Abbas makes the save. Loose ball, fortunately for Tanzania, doesn't fall for a quick shot from Morocco because they are blessed with plenty of players who can hit the target from long range, Morocco. Morocco back over the halfway line. Demigawi knocks it forward. They'll try and combine, and Demigawi does get back onto it. Good movement to skip away. She couldn't drive Tanzania forward. They've kept hold of the ball at least. Now it's given away on the halfway line. Shot from distance, deflected. And it took all the sting out of it. Donicia Minja with the last touch. Deflections can, of course, be very, very dangerous in a small court game like futsal, but that time it was harmless for Abbas. Minja again skipping away. Looked as though her shirt was being tugged and she was fouled, but the officials didn't think so. Skipped forward, appeals for handball. This time it is given. First foul of the first half, and it's chalked up against Tanzania. It's a little unfortunate for Donicia Minja. She was at point-blank range there. Hands stayed virtually in front of the body as she turned away. William Hajri with the set-piece situation for Morocco. 12:52 to play in the first half. Tanzania leading 1-0 thanks to a near post strike from Katunzi. What can Hajri conjure up here? Tried the pass. El Madani was just forced away from that. Just about finds its target in the centre circle. Through ball doesn't work out, but Tanzania will keep it. I wondered whether Stumai might go first time there. Opted to take the touch and she was closed down. Now they'll go first time. She struck that well. Kaltar Bentaleb taking no chances at all. The Fat Union Sport goalkeeper. She was really one of the unsung players in the semi-final. Oh, set-piece chance again. Tanzania go direct. Credit to them. They won't be able to catch Morocco by surprise every time. But it's obviously something that Curtis Reed has talked about. Morocco on the attack in the other direction. Alawi with a good ball across. Goalkeeper's out there. Bentaleb able to shield it out of play. Would have been a heart-in-mouth moment for just a second. Violette was there closing her down. Morocco into space. El Madani with another good chance. Didn't quite get the control right. Stumai, who was furthest forward a moment ago for Tanzania. This time, Rajabu picks it up. Morocco ball. Well, you can imagine Curtis Reed talking to his team in the build-up to this and just saying if there's anywhere that we can find a little advantage, if there's any way turn the odds in our favour with moments like the kick-ins, anything from a set piece, if there's something they can do to give themselves a better chance, they're going to try and take those. It was always going to be difficult to outplay Morocco out on the court, and with just over 11.5 minutes still left in the first half, Morocco use up their team talk for the first half.
مازال غير صوتوا لي الله يبارك زينب انت غتكوني هنايا ضحى انت غادي تكوني هنا كنزه انت هنايا ومريم هنايا دونك ضحى انت هنا غنشوفوا كيفاش لادفيرسير واقف كنزه انت دونك كوليكا غادي تمشي هنايا للدوزيام بوطو وغتسايني البالون تقدر تلعب لك من عند ضحى او تقدر تلعب لك من عند زينب منين تجي ضحى غتشوفي لاباس واش دايزه تقدري تلعبيها ما دايزاش غير شويه غير بلاصه يمين غتشوفيها بحال هكا زينب انت غتشوفي على حساب البوزيسيون يا اما الضربه يا
So the coaches get 60 seconds to talk to their teams. Morocco have used up their one and only timeout for this first half, and it says a lot about Tanzania that Morocco have had to use that. Adil Sayer calling for the timeout, not even halfway through the first half here. Lovely smile from the crowd. I'm sure a lot of the crowd not enjoying the scoreline right now though. Tanzania 1, Morocco 0. Abbas barking out the instructions. Taha El Madani, she stands over it. El Madani, good pass! Abbas able to pick it away from the foot of Soumya Hadi. That's lofted forward that time at the other end by Violette Nicolaus. Out it goes. The referee brings this one to a halt. Ali Mohamed Adim Alayat seeing a problem, but Morocco quickly resume and they're back on the ball. Erudani to get out of position to get onto the ball there. Morocco forced to put it out. Tanzania have it back. Fatuma Issa. Risky pass and it's picked off. There's a move down the middle possible here. El Madani, goalkeeper's out. Space for Morocco if they can exploit it. Good movement. Kenza Alawi just dropping the shoulder, slipping away past Jamila Rajabu. Well, in fact, I stand corrected. It's gone Tanzania's way. I think there was a shirt tug from Alawi on the way down. The referee didn't award the foul. The official on the touchline was right there. Tanzania ball, they said. And Tanzania ball it is. Fatima Issa Suleimani. Back towards Najati Abbas. Abbas up to the halfway line. Goes direct herself. It takes a deflection on the way through. Tanzania appeal for the corner, but it looks like a Morocco ball. Did that cross the line and go out? Yes, it did. Morocco have it back in a good position. Tanzania can't afford too many cheap giveaways of that nature. Shirina Gnaidil just came straight off the bench and took command of the ball. One of the most experienced players in the tournament at 31 years of age. Malawi threads it through. Tanzania hang on. Their slender 1-0 lead remains intact here with 10 minutes left. We're halfway through the first half. Great pass into the box. It might stay alive here for El Aoufi. Morocco on the move now. Eloudani. El Aoufi again. Naidil almost in the box. She slipped in there twice behind the Tanzania defences. The home crowd must feel that Morocco are on the brink of finding that all-important equaliser here. Half of the first half has elapsed. There's still a long, long way to go in this final. Shooting chance from distance. It's well blocked by Katunzi, the goal scorer. Seems a long time ago now that Katunzi fired in from the left side for Tanzania. Took it from the set piece, and that's a direct shot from distance. Zineb Eloudani having a go. The top brass of African football in attendance. We've seen over the course of the week Jogi Vilda, the Morocco women's football coach, he's been here. Lamia Boumedi, CAF Women's Coach of the Year for 2024. She's been in attendance for many of the games. Great. Shot from distance. It's driven in with. Drifts wide. And Najati Abbas with nothing to do against the effort from Alamal El Aoufi. Back it goes. Good touch. Naidil. She's been a live wire since coming on the number 9. She scored once in the tournament already. She's given Morocco some new impetus. As has the team talk from Adil Sayer, who used up the first half timeout. They'll get another one for the second half. They won't have another one if it goes to extra time. Ninja feels that the last touch came off the Morocco player, but it is a Morocco ball. Through ball cut out, and it had to be cut out too. They're not afraid to go for those long passes. It's Elizabeth Chengi getting in the way. They'll shoot direct here. You can see it coming. One player on the sideline leaves the kick in, the next one coming forward strikes it first time. Had the right trajectory, didn't have the right power. This is given away in a good position. 3 forward for Tanzania. Nothing doing that time for Aisha Manunka. She's got such a fierce right boot, Manunka. If she sees a gap from over there, she can be dangerous for Kalta Bentaleb. That time, the Moroccan defences were back in place. You can see already, if you don't know futsal, it's of course a game of very fluid positioning. The players have to be technically proficient all over the court. They've got to do everything at all times for the good of the team. And just like that, Tanzania have won it back, and they might get a free kick here too. Chengi, the number 11, has gone down. The free kick hasn't been given, and now the goalkeeper has to come out and send it all the way down the court. Bentaleb leaping as it goes over the top of her crossbar. Abbas on high alert there to get out in time. Good turn. Naidil gets the shot. Well, they're up against it now. And Shirinek Naidil is making a real impact. 2 forward for Tanzania. The break is on. Well, it was the right idea, and that's the danger that Tanzania possess. No matter how well you're playing in attack, you cannot afford to lose out in a challenge and let the opponents poke the ball clear. You can put yourself on the back foot in a matter of seconds. El Aoufi. Pass off target this time. 7:27 to play in the first half. Morocco still a goal down. Tanzania doing a great job of keeping the passionate home support here at the Prince Moulay Abdallah Sports Complex pretty quiet so far. It's Naidil there, who I've been praising for the last couple of minutes. She's gone down. Didn't look to me like a foul in front of the Tanzania technical area, but it was certainly an awkward fall for the number 9, Naidil. She lost her balance and was sent tumbling back towards the chairs, and if she hit her head down there, that's not a good situation at all. You can understand why the likes of Erudani aren't happy. It didn't look to me like an infringement at first glance for the tackle over on the sidelines. Moroccan fans still behind their team, of course. A small pocket of Tanzania fans waving their flags too. Their noise was drowned out though when Anastasia Katunzi put the ball into the back of the net. You barely heard the cheers of the small pocket of Tanzania supporters. Now Morocco look for the leveller, El Aoufi. She's never afraid to strike from distance, El Aoufi. Always worth a go in this kind of game. You never know where the deflection's going to take it. You never know if it'll strike a defender and go past the goalkeeper. Maybe wrong foot the goalkeeper. You don't know where the rebound will end up. You might not score with the initial effort, but there's every chance that you can set up a rebound goal for a teammate. And Madani is down again. Movement from the 2024 African Women's Young Player of the Year. Didn't earn anything for her team on that occasion, though. El Madani with a good chance of ending up as player of the tournament here too. She'll have to come to the fore in this final. Morocco just needs somebody to do that for now. Good movement, and the shots towards the near post again. And Bentaleb had to turn it behind. Tunisia Minja, another of the JKT Queens players. She knows what it's like to score in this women's futsal AFCON. She's found the net 3 times already. Now going for a 4th. This time the strike from Minja nowhere near as good as the initial effort. It sliced well off target, curling away in front of the face of goal. Again, could have turned into an impromptu pass, but on that occasion, nobody there to apply a finishing touch for Tanzania. They'll win it back on the halfway line. Munka tries the nutmeg, but Morocco have it back. Tricia Kurich forced out of play. Tackle in an important position just outside the box. There's a breakaway on for Shot deflected. It's up but not away. Paddy underneath it, tries to roll it backwards, but Tanzania have it. There's just no support forwards. That's the problem for Curtis Reed's team right now. The long ball was a really good one. Shengi couldn't bring it under control properly. Would have taken a great touch to do so. Tanzania playing with small margins when they go forward. The percentage chance of getting these passes to stick is pretty slim. But they're playing for the opportunities. Adil Sayed demanding more of his team. That's about as close as they've come. Abbas doing a good job to get across to cover the near post on that occasion. Fatuma Issa gets it restarted. The kick in taken by Tanzania. It's sent downfield and it's deflected. Qatar Bentaleb was scrambling for a second there. I think she would have known that it wasn't going in, but wanted to prevent the corner, but ultimately was unable to do so. Bentaleb made some really brilliant stops in the semi-final. She might still be thinking about the goal from Katunzi, the Tanzania number 2, that beat her at her near post, Bentaleb. Morocco were still sorting themselves out. And that was virtually a carbon copy attempt from Anastasia Katunzi Jr. That's exactly how Tanzania scored if you missed the opening goal of this final. The shot that time, however, a good metre further to the left and well off target. 5 minutes to play in the first half. Still, Tanzania 1, Morocco 0. The upset is on for now for Tanzania. Morocco came up against a really solid Angola team in the semi-final. It took them until the second half to break them down. Tanzania won by 3-2 against a Cameroon side, but Morocco beat 7-1. That 7-1 group stage win, ultimately not really representative. Cameroon gave Tanzania a great game. Katunzi goes direct and it falls nicely, and it's put in. Jamila Rajabu. That is the danger that can come with the direct shots. It doesn't have to go straight in. The rebound is just as good for Tanzania. A precious second goal. Morocco quick to get on with it and get underway. 4:40 to play in the second half. And remarkably, Tanzania go 2 up. Strong challenge from Violet. Throwing her body on the line, but that's won back brilliantly. Great tackle from Erudani. Doesn't spark Morocco into life, though, not just yet. They've been pushing and probing, but how about that reaction? Full credit to Jamila Rajabu. New in the starting 5 for this final. She had a split second to react when the ball fell her way, and she clipped it home on the turn. Again, the set plays paying off for Curtis Reed and Tanzania. Pass cut out. Tanzania again first to the loose ball. Katunzi losing her footing and can't chase after it. El Madani will see it back towards Bentaleb. Sure, Morocco and the home fans would love a goal before the interval. Now there might be a chance. Shot from distance, it takes a deflection. Good play to skip away, and the shots from the number 3. Jamila Rajabu, who's just scored once. She's got the taste for it, she wanted another. She spun round the corner with a wonderful bit of technique, but the shot not quite as good from Rajabu. Zaid Al-Kilani drifting into space, and it will come back for Al-Kilani, who gets there to try and beat Abbas in the air. Out it goes, but it's a Morocco ball. Zaid Al-Kilani sends it across. And that's what Tanzania have done so well today. So far, they've just read the passes really well. You can almost see it playing out that Tanzania have really studied the game tapes of Morocco. It's almost like they know which passes they're going to go for, and leaving Morocco only the most difficult passing. Just like that example, now Tanzania can get around the back. Bentaleb was the first one to it though, thankfully from the Morocco perspective. Great passing. That is from Anastasia Katunzi. Corner taken quickly. You can tell how desperate Morocco are to just get on with this and make something happen. Time ticking away for the first half. The foul count not really a problem for either team at the moment. It will be reset at half-time. Neither team close to a sixth foul, which would give away a penalty. Tanzania with the kick in, they get it restarted. Fatima Issa was clattered in the challenge. She threw herself into it. And she's come off worst. The clock stops as the physios come on to tend to Fatima Issa Suleimani. That was the clash against Erudani. She had the leg up, Erudani. Looked like she connected with the wrist of Fatima Issa. Here's a look at some of the first half highlights. There's the aerial challenge. That's a great shot of the commitment from Najati Abbas in the Tanzania goal. She has been by far the busier of the two keepers. But Bentaleb has been beaten twice. Shelda Mafuru coming on. 28-year-old. She plays for Simba Queens, as do many of the Tanzania players. Curtis Reed was talking about discipline and focus, having no distractions from the other team's game or the quality of the other team's game. And so far, these Tanzania players are really responding to his message. Scooped forward, Violette Nicholas goes for the volley. Had to give it a go from that situation. Didn't have much in the way of support. Couldn't wait for the ball to drop down. Went for the spectacular. Ended up straight out of play. Morocco ball. Up to the centre circle they go with Erudani. She'll get it back in the centre circle. Morocco patiently waiting for options, but this is what Tanzania have done well. They've been well organised. They're never going to keep Morocco out for the whole length of this final. It's a great pass, and it's off target from. Well, this is just about what I was talking about. Maybe a shot on the follow-up. Tanzania. You can't play Morocco off the court, but what you can do if you're Tanzania is just to leave them the lowest quality of chances, the most difficult passing, the shots from the most difficult positions. So far they've done that really well. 1:18 to play, the clock ticking down towards the end of the first half. Tanzania 2, Morocco 0, the score in the inaugural CAF Women's Futsal AFCON. 3 goals to her name for the tournament, but she just needed to be a bit more decisive. It's direct again. No surprises now. Katunzi is going to go for it when you get the kick in from that kind of position. El Madani had to make the block with her hip. That means it's a Tanzania ball. Again they go direct, and that one... Tanzania not afraid to just fire these in towards the net from anywhere. The overhead effort on the rebound was a nice one, but there were too many Morocco defenders back. The initial effort, though, was really dangerous. Free kick was awarded in favour of Doha El Madani, who's taken down. Less than 30 seconds left in the first half. Goals from Katunzi Jr. and Jamila Rajabu have given Tanzania the lead. Now there's a chance to pull one back, maybe. It's poked clear. No clean connection, but they get it away. Tadlawi urging her teammates to get the ball forward. Great footwork here. Nice pass out to the side. Good link. Maybe they've been done a disservice in a way, Morocco. Their group games, they were carving through the opposition with moves like that. Now at this level, it's proving more difficult. They slip one just through the gloves of Abbas, the Tanzania keeper, and El Madani could not miss from there. More good work on the wings. Saying that one crossed the line, but Abbas was caught out. And El Madani moves up to 5 goals for the tournament. What a crucial moment for that goal. 5 seconds left on the board before the break. Morocco back to within 1, and the buzzer will go any second now. Tanzania will take the kick in. And it will be half-time. They'll chip it down. And that is that for the first half in this CAF Women's 1. Katunzi Jr. opening the scoring, catching out Morocco from the set play situation. The kick in right into the bottom corner past Kautar Bentaleb. The deflection was brilliantly finished by Jamila Rajabu to make it 2-0 Tanzania. And Morocco at that point were reeling. And they kept on doing what they do best. The passing combinations continued. And eventually, the mistake crept in from Nagiati Abbas. The Tanzania keeper allowed the cutback from the byline to just slip through her gloves. And it was a tap-in from Doha El Madani to make it 2-1. Tanzania still have the lead, but Morocco are right back in this. Don't go anywhere, because the second half is all set up perfectly now in the inaugural CAF Women's Futsal AFCON final. It's Tanzania who hold a narrow 2-1 lead at the break. So the crowd are ready for the second half at the Prince Moulay Abdallah Sports Complex in Rabat. The Tanzania players are out on the court. They're ready for the second half. And now here comes Kautar Bentaleb, the Morocco captain, leading her team back out onto the courts. It is just about time for the second half to begin. 20 more minutes of futsal. The clock stops, of course, every time the ball goes out of play. So we've got more like 45 minutes to an hour of second half action here. It could go to extra time. 2 halves of 5 minutes will be on the agenda if this one ends level. But at the moment, the Twiga Stars are 2-1 up against the Atlas Lionesses. Tanzania have the advantage. Well, I do hope you enjoyed the thrilling first half. Tanzania shocking the home crowds by going 2 goals up against Morocco. Zoha El Madani pulling one back with 5 seconds left in the first half. How important could that be over the course of the rest of this final? Wherever you're watching from, it is fantastic to have you here with us. It's the first ever CAF Women's Futsal AFCON final. And the second half is about to get started. Referee Ali Mohammed Adim Alayat will blow his whistle. And Tanzania will get the ball rolling for the second half. They've got a good attack immediately, and it's just past the post. Stumaya. Morocco scored with 5 seconds to go. And Tanzania nearly scored with 5 seconds gone after the break. A little bit of indecision from Sumia Hadi. She slips away. Foul conceded. Hajri gets it back near the halfway line for Morocco. That one will go all the way through. Abbas makes the grab. Morocco pressure again, and Tanzania just side foot it all the way down the court. Paddy. Great movement down the left-hand side. Hajri tries to chase after it. It's shielded all the way out. Morocco launch it high. Out of play it goes. Nothing that Jasmine Dimraoui could do. Madani was going after that. It's touched out of play by Minja. El Madani cuts back inside. That's a pain. The two of them both swung for the ball at the same time. Those just really unfortunate moments. El Madani putting all her might into the right-footed shot. The block came in. El Madani lost out timing-wise by the smallest of margins. And all the force of the ball and all the force of the kick from Aisha Manunka. And she does have a powerful kick, Manunka. The load just bounces back through the ball, right into the leg of El Madani. As soon as that happened, it looked like a bad one. It stretches on. Well, I think Abbas, the goalkeeper, was throwing that back to Bentaleb to give Morocco the ball back, but I'm not sure. In any case, they do have it back. And that's a big blow to them, losing Doha El Madani, the 5-goal player. Hajri goes for the pass. That was a really important recovery. Still a Tanzania corner. They send it back for the first time shots. Well up and over the top from Denise Minja. It's released quickly. Back it goes. It's kept in play. Chengi held on to it. It's sent down the court. There's another ball on the court. The home crowd want the foul. She went down. Wanted the free kick. Tanzania broke away, had a chance to thread the pass through, and they could have been in themselves, Tanzania, and instead it came back the other way. Actually forcing a desperate block from Abbas, who was well outside of her area. She can come out there, of course. First touch, takes it away. Stumai couldn't keep it in play. Morocco have it back. That one's flicked forward. Stumai with a drop of the shoulder. Passes forward, it's held up well. Tadlaoui did well. The low shot comes in from the right. Abbas can gather. Tadlaoui again trying to cause danger. Tadlaoui tries to turn, got into a bit of trouble. Tanzania give it away though. Minja. Both teams thought it was their ball. Elizabeth Chengi let it run out of play. Tadlaoui sends it over to the right. Morocco start again. Now they can pick up speed after the halfway line. I thought that would have been a routine. Sihan Tadlaoui. There's Doha El Madani going through her fitness recovery. She's proven that she's all right. She's putting weight on the leg. That's really good to see. Hopefully it was just the shock of that impact. It really felt bad for Madani, but no serious injuries sustained. Poked across into the box, but nobody in red and green there. The Atlas Lionesses came in with the expectation on their shoulders. They came in having brushed aside everybody they played against up until this point. Morocco have it back. No challenge on Mariam Hajri. She can bring it forward at will. Erudani sends it back over to the right. Space for 'n ideal back on. She came on and immediately got involved in the first half. Ideal went close on a couple of occasions, nearly set things up for teammates too. But it was El Madani, of course, who found the net for Morocco late in the first half, just before the interval. That's why Morocco are only one down. Ideal again. Moments for Najiati Abbas. Najri wants it. Instead, it will be her opposite number, Stumai. Shot direct. It's blocked, but there's no rebound for Tanzania this time. They've won it back well. Good tackle. Bentaleb will have to keep it in. The last touch was off a Morocco player. That one's picked off. Back into the defence it goes. Manunka hasn't been at her influential best yet in the game. Manunka. Some more to come from both teams. Surely more drama to come in the next 14.5 minutes. There's still an awful long way to go in this final. At the moment, Tanzania lead by 2-1. Good challenge to keep the ball alive. The whistle has gone to bring an end to the play, though. Erudani it was, putting everything into that to keep it in. There's the move from a little earlier. Mariam Hajri opening up some space in the centre. That's the skill that Morocco have. One-on-one, they can always skip past you in challenges. The whistle goes. Adil Sayer not too happy. Morocco will get it restarted though with Erudani. Tanzania force it back to Erudani again. She can spread the play out to the right-hand side. Tanzania defences holding up well so far in this second half. Challenge. They have scored some wonder goals in this tournament so far, no doubt about that. At least from Demraoui in the semi-final. Thunderbolt of a volley. Erudani's goal in the semi-final, mind you. Every bit as important as it put Morocco ahead. El Aoufi ready to come on. It was brought out of the air really well by Erudani. And does so. Quick distribution down the court, over the halfway line. Tanzania looking to thread that last pass through, but now it's 4-on-2. No respite for Tanzania. Morocco take it quickly. That one's picked off though, 2-on-2. Shot from range, it wasn't the right option. Violette Nicolaus was further forward. The strike just wasn't caught right. No problem at all for Bentaleb, and now Morocco try again from the right-hand side. Laoufi fires it against Fatouma Issa Souleymani. Off it goes for a Morocco ball. Laoufi lays it back, good shot. Abbas had to punch that clear. There's a look at the great save on Drissier Corrich. That was one of the most incisive moves we've seen from Adil Sayer's Morocco team in the second half. Rudani standing over it. Abbas lining up the wall. It's wide of the post. Just dragged at the shots. Fatouma Issa was there anyway and would surely have made the save. That was an audacious effort from Tanzania, who've been pegged back for the entirety of the second half so far. Corrich, the number 10, coming closest to scoring what would be a leveller for Morocco. Laoufi. Tanzania need to regain their shape here after a slip for Katunzi. Good pass out there, it stayed in play as well. Decent ball into the middle. Morocco throwing everything at this. They are not allowing Tanzania a second on the ball. The Twiga Stars have no other option but to clear it down the court. And then it's all hands on deck once again. Rudani cuts it through down to the right side. It's picked off Rajabu, who at the moment is scoring the winning goal in this final. Rajabu on the rebound, finished on the turn. Rudani, shot blocked. Again cleared to the halfway line, but no more. Kilani. Morocco comfortable enough on the ball. And they find that incision. It's good. She felt that her standing leg was taken away there, but the officials felt that the ball was taken. Kilani with a corner, but no foul, and that's important for Tanzania because they are already on 3 fouls with more than half of this second half to go. Violette Nicolaus just couldn't line up the steps at the right time there to get onto the end of the ball. It drifted agonisingly past the Tanzania captain. He was within reach, it just wouldn't fall within her step. Rudani. Laoufi, that's given away cheaply. Now Violette Nicolaus, she's been closed down for almost the entirety of this final. But Tanzania have scored twice anyway. Katunzi couldn't keep that one in play. She's found a goal for Tanzania. Jabu has found one too. It's Tanzania who remain 2-1 up. Hajri again leading things forward from the halfway line. Pass intended for Tadlaoui. It almost made it through. Tadlaoui will get it restarted. It rolled forward of the line there. It was just about still touching the line. But it goes from Jamila Rajabu. It does feel a bit like a backs against the wall defensive effort from Tanzania. And Morocco with another attack. That one's fired across. Good corner, quickly taken. Nice movement from Hajri, darting into the box. Morocco have another chance from the corner. This one's blocked at the near post. Good pass, space on the other side. Shot saved well by Abbas. Had to hold on to it there. Long distribution all the way down the court. Does this open up an opportunity for Tanzania to shoot, maybe? Violet Nicolaus into the corner this time. Puts it into the middle. It's miscontrolled by Doha El Madani, who is back on the court. But we're over 10 minutes through this second half. 9:48 to play. No change in the score since the half-time interval. The Twiga Stars still on top. They'll go direct, and that one cannons off the metal frame of Kautar Bentaleb's goal. It's not far away. I think he'll hit the support structure rather than the near post. But there wasn't too much in it. And Tanzania do have previous form for such a goal. Anastasia Katunzi opening the scoring in a very similar fashion to that. If you were with us for the first half. To play, that will be a Morocco ball. The teams only get 4 seconds to get play restarted once they get it back onto the right spot. That means fitness becomes a massive factor. It's such a high intensity sport. Players are just turning and running pretty much full. Two wide Ala players, of course, on the sidelines. Well, they've got to be up and down all day long, but there's Doha El Madani. Past the top corner. The reaction there from El Madani might suggest blocked. Hajri. Katunzi's waiting. The shot was taken instead by Jamila Rajabu. The two scorers for Tanzania trying to make something happen, but wide it goes. Timirawi. Hajri. Timirawi again. Back into Hajri. Good hold-up play. Timirawi has to knock it back to the halfway line. She combines with Hajri again. Can Tanzania get there first with Issa? They can. And again, all they can do is clear it. Hajri. Timirawi. Hajri goes for the pass, puts a little bit too much on it. unable to control it. And there are a few glum faces now in the Prince Moulay Abdallah Sports Hall. Time is starting to tick away for the Atlas Lionesses. Tanzania still have a slender margin in the game, but it's Curtis Reed whose team are on top. It's been virtually all defending. Good challenge to win this back. Manunka pokes it from the corner. Surely should have played it off the legs or the shins of the Morocco defenders. I think she thinks she did that, but the corner wasn't given. Pressure on. Tanzania could win it back here. Timarawi takes control of it. Has to chip it away. Long pass. It's just booted back. Straight out of play. Eludani. Bentaleb out on. Squeezed all the way through, and Koresh couldn't fail to score. Tanzania 2, Morocco 2 now. And suddenly it is anybody's final again. If Tanzania thought that they were just going to wind down the clock for the rest of the second half. Well, they've not been able to do it. Now they need an impetus of a different kind. Time out, Tanzania. Curtis Reed gets a chance to talk to his players.
نلعبوا روتاسيون ادو باس باس هنا نمشي نبلوكي اصلي انا نكون ايكارتي على دو باس هنايا هادي غتمشي هنايا البالون هنايا نلعب لا باس ونمشي وهذيك تمشي وغير بشويه ما تضربوش هاي اسمع
Well, the tactics board for Adil Sayer getting some serious usage there. Look at the difference now around the Prince Moulay Abdallah Sports Hall in Rabat. The home crowd on their feet. The nerves of being behind in this final have suddenly evaporated after the equaliser from Drissia Koresh. It's been all Morocco, really, in terms of attacking threat since the restarts. Tanzania will need to find something different. Another gear going forward. They have had some half chances, but it's hard to turn the tide when you've been on the back foot defending a lead, as they have been. This is where that late goal right before half-time has made Tanzania's lives more difficult. They've defended really well in the second half, the Twiga Stars, and if they had the 2-goal lead, then Morocco would still be up against it at this point, of course. It's never that easy though, is it? It's always hypotheticals. And now at 2-2, it's just game on again. The next goal is looking absolutely vital indeed. Extra time is a possibility. You would imagine there might well be some more late drama. All across, cut out. Now Tanzania really have to keep their cool. And they're pushed back and they're defending. You've got that collective goal when you're 2-1 ahead. You can give everything in defence, as that one is lashed over the top by El Aoufi. Every time they defend Tanzania and everybody's back. They know they've got to get forward. Now there's a chance to get forward. El Aoufi with the block, and it was a good block too. It's picked off, but Morocco can't escape. It's fired back in low, and Tanzania showing already that they do maybe have an attacking gear that they temporarily switched off. Shot blasted wide. It was a powerful strike again from Tunisia Minja. Foul count 3-0 at the moment. Have a look at the good shot. Solid save. Taleb with a strong palm to turn it away. Discipline might become an issue for Tanzania. They need to avoid getting 2 more fouls. They'll be right on the brink if they do. The last few minutes of the games do tend to involve a few more fouls as teams get a little more desperate. Minja is down over on the sideline. She survived the physical battle with Patricia Corrich, who goes over to kind of help her up and issue something of an apology at least. It's kicked away as Morocco just look to delay Tanzania very slightly. They need to keep their defensive shape too. Scooped into the middle. El Aoufi heads it away. A little bit of head tennis as it's played back in, but Morocco will come away with it. Block from Chengi over on the Morocco right. This time they'll advance down the centre instead. Maybe a shooting chance from range. Morocco can come straight back. Eroudani, great pass through. Corrich. Morocco looking good. Less than 5 to go. Corner was too predictable. Eroudani was there with her hands up. Corrich was waiting. Now Eroudani can have it. Good step over. Can she get away? Not this time. How tired Tanzania after all of their defensive efforts from this second half. Feel that Tanzania are going to win this regulation time. They'll need to be so efficient when they get the ball down the other end of the court. Surely Morocco have more chances and more shots in the next 4.5 minutes. But if Tanzania can get one past Bentaleb, have that lead back, this one's just going to drift too long beyond the run of Zaid Al-Kilani. Morocco confident, composed. Can't think that with that second goal they have this one though. Tanzania are too smart for that, too tenacious for that. Just Just out of play, the whistle goes. It'll be a Morocco ball near the halfway line. Now it's given away. Maybe a chance for Tanzania to look in the other direction. One tackle skips. It looked like it took a touch off the hand of Bentaleb on its way wide. Look on Bentaleb's face. He says she knew that was heading for the side netting, but moments like this, split-second decision, you just don't take the risk. It's not worth it. Bentaleb, the captain, having a quick word with Adil Sayer, Morocco coach. Adil Sayer appears to be receiving some kind of instructions from the crowd. It was actually a Morocco ball. It wasn't Tanzania corner. Tanzania have the kick in now, though. 2-2 as we come towards the closing minutes of the inaugural CAF Women's Futsal AFCON final. One of these two teams could be just minutes away from making history, but right now they're embroiled in a brilliant battle. Tanzania have the 2-0 lead. That will be playing on their minds. Morocco have had mountains of chances. Great turn. She wheels away. Hajri. Good organisation from Tanzania. They force Morocco back. That's exactly the kind of breakaway that Tanzania are looking for. I said the disciplinary record might come into play here. Tanzania are on the brink. More than 5 fouls. They'll be giving away 10-metre penalties. Morocco squeaky clean in terms of discipline in the second half, but they haven't had to make the kind of desperate last-ditch challenges that Tanzania have had to make. To the right it goes. Malawi has dropped across towards the byline. Nothing Demirawi could do to keep it in play. Rajli and Demirawi linking up in that starting 5 all day long for Morocco. Demirawi advances it out to the right-hand side. It's sent long. Abbas manages to grab on with Tadlawi lurking and waiting for something to come loose, which it nearly did, in fairness. Tunzi chasing over to make sure that nothing opened up there. Tungawi. Udani, right on the halfway line. Udani sends it back out from whence it came. She's going to get it back again. She can strike it. She can also thread the pass through. That is a lovely move from Yasmin Demirawi. Is too high. Fantastic combination play from Morocco. Would have been her first. Brilliant finish. As Demirawi turned that home. This one just a little bit too difficult. Morocco keeping the tempo high. Tanzania looking a little more leggy. They've still got the energy to get back and make challenges like that, though. Tunzi with a great intervention. Tanzania need attacking chances, though. They can't defend forever unless they hope to hold out for penalties. Space across on the right-hand side. Hajri is further back. They'll go out to Demirawi instead. Can she make space for a shot? Hajri straight down the middle, blocked. She'll go again with the pass to the right. 90 seconds left in the final. The team's locked at 2-2 still, but for how long? Timnawi, great movement. She earns herself a little bit of room, but can't do anything with it. The pass is picked off. Tanzania could be out here. The break is on. Shooting chance. It's not a great shot. Jamila Rajabu looking a little tired. She sliced it across the face of goal, but that is a let-off for Morocco. Curtis Reed would have been hoping for a chance just like that one. Now it's blocked well by Violette at the other end. Again, the tempo stays high. Morocco, they look to play it quickly. And a really solid save too. Again, quick distribution. Can they score from there? Not this time. Into the final minute we go. Ball is lost. End-to-end stuff now. Just one forward for Tanzania. Well, Adil Sayer's not happy, but I think Fatima Issa might have picked up the first free kick for Tanzania in the second half. Erudani was forced into that defensive intervention. There's the look at the strike just a minute ago from Meryem Hajri. A good strike it was too from the 30-year-olds. Got it right on target, fortunately for Tanzania. Abbas, the Twiga Stars keeper, got right behind it and held on at the first time of asking. Tanzania 2, Morocco 2 still. 41 seconds away from extra time. Bentaleb, much like in the semi-final, has had very little to do. But when she's been called upon, she's come up with a couple of really big stops. It's not an easy chance by any means. The set play for Tanzania, they're discussing who's going to take it. Katunzi is one option, Minja is another. Katunzi rolls it back, Minja! Not a bad strike. Actually was there to put it out of play, turn it away from the face of goal. Katunzi will wait for Hajri to move away, and she might strike this direct again. Katunzi, she does strike it direct, and she rattles the post. How Morocco are allowing that to happen, I don't really know, because she tried it 2 or 3 times in the first half. She scored with one of them, Katunzi. Now she's hit the woodwork twice in the second half from similar situations. Hajri. Into the last 20 seconds we go. A goal now would seal the title, and it's poked in! What an incredible finale! Adil Saye allows himself the smallest of smiles, but he knows this is seconds from being over. It's oh so cruel on Tanzania. It came across from the right side. There was nothing that Abbas could do. And full credit to Jasmine Demraoui for keeping her composure and poking it in from the angle. Heartbreak for the Twiga Stars. Tanzania, who led by 2-0, they trail 3-2 now with seconds to go and nothing more. What a time for Morocco to get their goals right at the end of the first half. And they've struck again right at the end of the second. This is going to be it. Tanzania need to chase this down. They think it's not playing. They think play isn't live. But Morocco see out the clock. And the Atlas Lionesses have roared back to win the AFCON. The home fans were expectant, and Morocco have delivered on the big stage. Tears of joy for the Atlas Lionesses. Tears of heartache and despair for the Twiga Stars. Spare a thought for Tanzania and Curtis Reed. What a final they've put on here. The home advantage was with Morocco. The home pressure was on Morocco. And Tanzania gave them an almighty fight in this inaugural CAF Women's Futsal AFCON final. To a player, Tanzania turned up in this final. Katunzi scored, Rajabu with a clever finish on the turn to make it 2-0. El Madani scoring just seconds before the half-time whistle. What a crucial moment that looks like now for Morocco. You felt it at the time. It might make life difficult for Tanzania in the second half. They no longer had the 2-goal lead to hold on to. The day ended in tears for Doha El Madani, who went off injured. Their teammates have completed the turnaround. We'll have a word with the woman of the match very soon. Will it be Demraoui, who scored that late winner? Plenty of applause. Some smiles even in there as well for Tanzania. They know they were the outsiders coming into this. They achieved one massive goal in terms of securing qualification for the FIFA Futsal Women's World Cup. Now the pain sets in for El Madani, who was injured in that 50-50 challenge early in the second half. She's going to wake up with a swollen ankle tomorrow at least. El Madani, she tried to carry on. Of course, so much disappointment mixed in with all the pride of the Twiga Stars Tanzania. Violette Nicolaus had a quiet game by her high standards in this final. Morocco just didn't allow Tanzania to get forward. Rightfully, Curtis Reed takes his players over for applause from, I'm sure, not just the pocket of Tanzania fans. I'm sure the Morocco fans will appreciate the efforts of Tanzania. They'll take a silver medal. Cameroon secured the bronze in the third place playoff before this final. What a tournament it's been for Tanzania. They will get the chance to represent the nation on the world stage in the Philippines in November and December. That in itself means that this tournament represents a massive success for Tanzania. Player of the match, Najiati Abbas, the Tanzania keeper.
Indeed, it's really tough, but what's the feeling after winning this trophy, after this amazing match?
Najisikiaje baada ya kushinda hii trophy, baada ya kushinda mechi ijayo nzuri, lakini tumeweza kushinda. Najisikiaje kushinda hii trophy?
Najisikia vizuri, lakini matumaini yangu ilikuwa kuchukua ubingwa. Lakini kwa hiki nasema alhamdulillah, nashukuru Mwenyezi Mungu.
She's very happy to take the trophy, but her hopes were to take the cup, but she's thankful, alhamdulillah.
A very spirited interview that was from Najiati Abbas. Confirmation. Cameroon coming through the third place playoff against Angola. Flying goalie not working out late on for Angola, who were close in the game, but Cameroon pulled away to secure the bronze medal. Tanzania takes second place, but it is Morocco who will finish as the winners. They are the first ever CAF Women's Futsal AFCON champions, and nothing can take that away from the Morocco team. We have now in the Prince Moulay Abdallah Sports Hall in Rabat, Morocco. When this sport flourishes further in years to come, we'll look back on this moment when African women were given this futsal platform for the first time ever Everyone who's been a part of this will remember the moments spent here in Rabat. But it is Morocco, the home nation, who will look back with the trophy in the cabinet, and they can say that we were the first team to be the champions of Africa. Celebrations, understandably, only just beginning for the Atlas Lionesses. What a dramatic final it was too. Yati Abbas, who had to do the interview. I'm sure it's barely even sunk in that Tanzania have lost this for the Tanzania players. They were 2-0 up. They were level until just seconds before the final whistle. It looked as though it would head to extra time. Yasmin Demraoui popping up with the winner, snatching the trophy right at the death. Tanzania, they came all the way to the final. They took themselves to the World Cup. They will leave here with their heads held high. No doubt about that for Curtis Reed and the Twiga Stars. Partake for Violette Nicolaus, for Yati Abbas, and the Tanzania players. Joy unconfined for Adil Sayed's Morocco team. So confident on the ball, so composed, passing it around all day long. Tanzania looked to have them a little bit rattled in the first half, but they kept their composure. They believed in their game plan, and they pulled it through right at the last. To remember, it's the first time that women's futsal has been given this platform in Africa. The teams have turned up, they've represented their nations. Eventually, we now know who the best on the continent is. It's Morocco. The individual awards will be given out. The top 3 teams getting their awards too. Cameroon secured the bronze earlier on today.
Of the CAF Women's Futsal Africa Cup of Nations Morocco 2025 between Morocco and Tanzania. The award ceremony to begin soon. سيداتي وسادتي سنبدأ الآن مراسم تسليم الميداليات والكأس. Ladies and gentlemen, we will now begin the medals and trophy ceremony.
Now comes the CAF president. We're ready for the trophy presentations. So Patrice Motsepe ready to hand over the trophies. President Patrice Motsepe said that Morocco is playing an important role in the development of football and futsal across the African continent. It's absolutely been proved right today. On the court and off it, Morocco, of course, brilliant hosts this first CAF Women's Futsal AFCON. They are the hosts and the winners. So Namibia will take the Fair Play Trophy home. Good to remember as well that for all of the nations who got here to the first ever Women's Futsal AFCON, it's a process of learning, developing the game in those nations. Not every nation was here with realistic ambitions to take the win. Well, in a moment of team disappointment, it's another moment of great personal pride for Nagiati Abbas Idrissa, the Tanzania keeper. She takes the Best Goalkeeper Awards. It's not a bad trophy haul for Abbas at all. Second place in the tournament. Woman of the match in the showpiece finale. And goalkeeper of the tournament as well.
The top goal scorer trophy is awarded to player number 2 from
The effects of that unfortunate challenge earlier on in the final can already clearly be seen. Doha El Madani with her ankle strapped up already. Nobody was going to stop her getting up these steps, though, to claim the golden boot for the CAF Women's Futsal AFCON. 5 goals she scored. Found the net in the group stages, of course. Crucial goals in the semi-final. Scored to bring Morocco back within 1 in the final as well. Worthy winner, Doha El Madani.
From Morocco, Jasmine!
So up steps Jasmine Demraoui. Not only did she score an incredible goal in the semi-finals, she turned home the winner. What a moment to score. She made it 3-2 with just seconds left in this final. And now she's awarded Best Player of the Tournament.
كأس أفريقيا الاستعداد داخل القاعة المغرب 2025. Let's welcome to the podium the match officials of the final of the Women's Futsal Africa 2025.
So the officiating team will collect their awards as well. Ali Mohamed Adi Malayat of Libya gets signature on the ball. That's one to keep for his collection, that's for sure. The final went down without too much incident, really. We saw a few games in the group stages where discipline became a bit of an issue, with teams tiring, plunging in for some risky challenges. Very cleanly contested final. Tanzania got a bit close to the foul count down the stretch in the second half. 1 yellow card apiece.
سيداتي وسادتي تمنح الآن الميداليات البرونزية للفريق صاحب المركز الثالث. Ladies and gentlemen, the bronze medals for the third place team of the Women's Futsal Africa Cup of Nations Morocco 2025 Cameroon.
So Cameroon collect their awards for finishing in third place. Angola couldn't right themselves after their semi-final disappointment. It's Cameroon who take the bronze medals. I'm sure Morocco might be a little bit surprised to see Cameroon on the podium at the end of this tournament. They played early on in the group stages. Morocco running out 7-1 winners. It's a kind of mesmerising flow to the Morocco passing in those group stages. They were free scoring. Credit to Cameroon though. They got themselves through. Advanced into the knockouts. It's the best placed runner-up. They come away as the third best team at the tournament. They do miss out on the World Cup, only 2 qualifying places on offer unfortunately for Cameroon. Coming back home with a haul of medals. That surely represents a very decent time in Rabat for Cameroon.
The silver medals for the runner-up in the Women's Futsal Africa Cup of Nations Morocco 2025 Tanzania.
Well, the guard of honour from the Morocco players is a really nice touch. It's very worthy indeed for a wonderful effort, not just today in the final. Tanzania surprised many, getting through in the groups, going on to reach the final. They were almost on for the complete shock of going all the way and lifting the trophy. Have to settle for second. What a wonderful effort it has been for Curtis Reed and his Tanzania team. The Twiga Stars take the silver medals. Results like this, reaching the final, having the eyes of the nation on this Tanzania women's futsal team. This is the kind of thing, this is the kind of stage that really can spark a sport to take on a new life in these nations. Curtis Reed hope to leave a real mark on Tanzanian women's futsal and football.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's move on to gold medals for the champion of the Women's Futsal Africa Cup of Nations, Morocco.
Well, the stadium announcers moving on to Morocco. Tanzania posed with their silver medals. But Morocco are the winners. And listen to the cheers from around the Prince Moulay Abdallah Sports Hall. Adil Saye first to collect the medal. Taha El Madani, Golden Boot winner and 2024 African Women's Young Player of the Year. She's just about able to get up onto the stage. She's hobbling over to the podium where they'll be handed their trophy in a few moments. Medals are given out and are being shaken. Tadlawi and the rest of her teammates have turned their shirts around. They want to give their names full prominence in the photos that will follow from this CAF Women's Futsal AFCON triumph. And why not? These players have been given the continental stage for the first time. And Morocco have more than seized the moment. Now the captain, Kautar Bentaleb, the goalkeeper. Underrated presence really in this Morocco team. the games. She just had to keep her composure, keep her focus. She was ready when she was called upon. Let's hope for the first goal today. The whole team of Morocco put on the back foot. An excellent Tanzania effort earlier on in the final, but they fought back. And in a landmark moment for women's futsal, a landmark moment for women's sports in Africa, it is Morocco who are going to raise this trophy high. Sadlawi and Bentaleb bring the trophy over, and Morocco raise it high as the CAF Women's Futsal Africa Cup of Nations Morocco 2025 winners. Morocco, the first ever AFCON Women's Futsal champions. That can never be taken away. Fantastic scenes in Rabat. Morocco coming through by 3-2 against Tanzania in the final. They finish as the #1 for this inaugural CAF Women's Futsal AFCON tournament. What a week it's been for Morocco. What a week it's been for women's futsal in Africa. All smiles for the Atlas Lionesses. They came roaring back in the final and they raised the trophy. Pure joy for Kautar Bentaleb and her teammates. Magnificent moments, magnificent images from Rabat, Morocco. Congratulations to Cameroon in third, to Tanzania in second. The victory goes to the host nation, Morocco. Rizani dancing, the rest of the team getting their hands on the trophy for the first time. Place it down in front of the champions banner. You can walk it around the arena here, celebrate with the fans. Historic moments for women's futsal in Morocco, historic moments for women's futsal in Africa. Outside Bentaleb and her team reign victorious. If you've enjoyed watching Morocco and Tanzania both put on a show, well, you'll be able to see more of them. The first ever FIFA Futsal Women's World Cup taking place in the Philippines later this year in November and December. Morocco and Tanzania both booked their tickets to that World Cup by getting to the final of this competition. So it wasn't just African glory at stake. Place on the world stage was also on offer. Based on the performances that we've seen from Morocco and Tanzania here, they have every right to feel like they'll have a chance to put on a show when they reach that World Cup. It's an exciting year they have ahead, with preparations for a trip to the Philippines on the agenda.